All right, everyone. We are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hello! Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you're having a beautiful day.
Fantastic. Next on the show is Noble.
Morning.
And last of all, we have Gil to round out the panel.
Hey, how's it going? And oi, cunt, how's it going, hey, bruv?
Oh, God.
Bruh. You just tried mixing both Aussie and British in one go. Hey, at least you're trying.
Yeah,
Props
at
to
least
that.
I'm trying. I'm
Yeah,
gonna, get it sharpened up eventually.
Well, a couple of pointers. Definitely get you somewhere.
Yeah,
But yeah.
definitely.
First and foremost, I just wanted to apologize for my absence the past 2 weeks. Just had a couple of stuff landing on my plate here and there,
Aw,
and it
don't
just
worry,
doesn't seem
buddy.
to end. Yeah, I know. I'm dealing with it one thing at a time as they come. Just hasn't been easy. You can tell, but here we are. And I really appreciate what you guys have done in my absence.
Aw, we're here for you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Now,
Yeah.
shall we get on to the main meat of the show?
Ha!
Oh, let's cut right into it.
Yes.
Yes, we shall. So let's begin. So, now, we just heard wind of a new Flintstones show.
But it's
In the
an
works.
adult sequel for the Flintstones. It already sounds terrible.
Oh,
Well-
this is off to a good start.
When you think about
Mhm.
it, the way things were back when this show came out, nowadays it would probably be R18.
Because they assume that all the original fans are all grown up and whatnot too. But at the same time, I mean, you should keep in mind as well too that the studios, they make the main stuff, while the Rule 34 is for the fans too, don't you think?
Let's hear what the news article says.
Alrighty. We've got a couple on the line as well. So start with.
Yeah, well, do you guys ever see the Flintstones Winston cigarette commercials? Back in, like, the 50s and 60s? The Flintstones would have, like they would be advertising cigarettes. The
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, remember that? I mean, obviously not, but, like, you remember seeing anything like that? Crazy.
I actually do remember seeing that. I mean, mainly through a YouTube recommendation, and whatnot too. It was pretty wild.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like SpongeBob? Hey, kids, want to drag? Ah. Like, that'd be weird, right? I don't know.
It'd be fucking weird too.
All right. So let's get to the premise of it, though. Banks' adult-themed sequel series is being produced by Fox, and that Banks is not only producing the series, but she will be voicing a 20-something Pebbles Flintstone. A press release from Fox details the show, quote-unquote, catches up with the Flintstones family 2 decades after the original, with Fred on the brink of retirement and 20-something Pebbles embarking on her own career.
What?
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, cool. It adds, as the Stone Age gives way to a shiny new, enlightened new Bronze Age, the residents of Bedrock will find evolution harder than a swing from Bam Bam's club.
Oh, they're going into the Bronze Age. Oh, boy.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Huh.
All right, so let's read on here. It says the show is being produced by both Warner Brothers Animation and Fox Entertainment. Banks and Max Handelman are executive producing through Brownstone Productions. They are joined by Dana. Okay, we don't really care about these people. Okay, so the person who's working on the pilot script for the show includes Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, where she was a staff writer. Okay, All right, interesting. She also wrote 2 episodes of the DC's Superhero Girls and has written a number of episodes of Cleopatra in Space. Wait, what? That's a thing?
Oh,
Okay.
crap.
That's what, right? Right, weird
Cleopatra
idea, but okay.
in space? All right. I mean, sure. Why not?
I mean, we,
Interesting.
we, you know, this is literally the "We was kings" meme for real.
Well,
You know how these Africans basically travel to Egypt and they're with flying pyramids.
Yes, yes. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
this is gonna fuck up the series in a very unique way.
I think it's like gonna be its own series. I mean, Bedrock is going into the Bronze Age. Whoa.
And it sounds like it's going to be woke as anything.
I hope not.
Right. We'll get to that.
Oh,
We'll get to
Lord.
that in a second, though. But before that, though, it does sound interesting, though. Like, you know, Bronze Age. What did they do? People discovered, you know, blacksmithing. You know, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Making metals, mining, and so much more.
Exactly.
So much more indeed. I mean, electronics, no, that was way later on as well too, because bronze is electrically conductive too, but they didn't know that until quite a little far away.
You know,
Quite so.
now that I think about it, can you guys recall any instance in the original Flintstones where they had anything that was made of metal?
Nope.
I don't think so. I think it was only stone, bones, and like wood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fabric. There was fabric.
Oh yeah,
And
Oh, wasn't
you
that-
know, and leather, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like, and
Oh, true.
But
Although they also used dinosaurs too, but then again, that was a little historically inaccurate. But we keep that hidden behind. We don't really mention that stuff now, do we?
well, I love how like their camera is like just a little bird inside of a box that like paints a picture. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
all right. No. Now, I mean to say, next up, you say it's gonna be woke. Possibly. I know we all have our reservations in this era, and
I've seen Camp Cretaceous. If it's going to be anything
Holy
like that,
shit.
it's going to be woke.
Oh.
okay, yeah, I'd say you already got a big red flag ready to wave. So
Uh,
here,
it's a red flag at the worst place possible in the
yeah, Lindsay
production of it.
Kearns, scriptwriter, has on her Twitter has gone quite political, and yeah, I won't say what it is, but let's just say it's not a good sign for the show. It's like you said, if you watch Camp Cretaceous, yeah.
I should have gotten a cigar today.
I mean, I know the Flintstones has been around for such a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like what, the 40s, 30s? Probably the 40s, right?
Probably somewhere around that time too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're older than Bugs Bunny. I think Bugs Bunny's a little bit older, but I'm not sure.
Now that you mention it, it really depends too, because the smoothness of the animation, if I remember correctly, is a little different from one to another too.
Yeah,
Maybe.
And there was a time where the Flintstones was in black and white. So I don't know when
Correct. That's
was.
true. No, that's true. They look more like a Fallout game infomercial.
Yeah, right. As Fred's trying to sell you cigarettes.
But there's also
Yeah.
the funny thing about it as well too, about like the adult theme about like old cartoons and whatnot too, is that I mean, where was it here? That 777 Ice Kitsune didn't mention that society would not enter would not survive. What's that? You okay
he's
there?
got a couple of live comments as well, as you
Okay.
said. Popey the performer.
Yeah, Popey the Performer, and a whole lot of other ones too, because let me tell you, I remember, if memory serves me right, there's like a whole bag of cartoons back in the day that, well, are not politically correct and whatnot, and so on and so forth too. And more ways than you think it would be too.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, guess what? I've seen a lot of Secret Squirrel on E621 too.
Okay, guys, I just have to say something very important. Ice Kitsune, I recently just discovered Poppy the Performer, like, last week. And it is mind-blowing. If you guys haven't seen it before, you absolutely have to. It's bonkers, man. It's so out there, you're gonna love it.
Is that
And
that
it's
squirrel with a high-pitched voice that talks about random shit?
no, it's like some, like, early 2000s Japanese CGI cartoon about like a kid like in a clown costume and his like friend a wolf who has like mask change whatever like it's hard to explain really what it is. It's basically like a really extremely violent Tom and Jerry sort of situation, but like in Japan style with crazy music. Trust
And
me,
you
it's great.
say, and you said it was Japanese, right?
Yes, but like there's no words in it. It's just music.
For one, I kind of thought it was Russian.
No, I mean I don't know. It's Japanese, yeah, and apparently it's super popular over there too. Like all kids love it, even though
Like
it's
the Joker.
extremely gory and violent and scary. But Ketemono's cool. He's the
Like
wolf
the
character.
like the Joker, eh?
Yeah, I
No,
guess.
so you'd consider this like a mixture between Tom and Jerry and Happy Tree Friends.
Yes, yes, I do. Plus some weird Japanese stuff thrown in there just for good measure. Like, dude, it's crazy. Anyway, sorry to go off on that tangent. But
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's
Interesting.
good. So a couple of things just to make a few informations. Deutsch Dog, the Flintstones came out in the 1960s. Yeah.
oh wow,
has-
really? I thought it was much earlier than that.
Yeah, 1960s. You know, original. You know, classic hand-drawn animation back in the day.
Cool.
And you know, that brings up to another big question too. What's the animation style of this? Do you think gonna look like?
I hope they don't go like really flat with it. You know, like that kind of what is it, Cali art style? Make
Oh,
it kind of
yeah,
generic
CalArts.
and yeah, just generic, bland. You know, flat. Maybe, but
And
I
just
don't know.
like they all look like mashed potatoes. But,
Yeah, they all
Mhm.
have the same smile, the same everything. Yeah. Hopefully, it's not that. I haven't seen anything from the show except for is this like? I guess that's a promotional art for it. Okay, that doesn't look bad. It looks more cartoony, but
mm.
Quite interesting too. So,
Yeah, and look at that. You know, it's
but yeah, I mean, but can also say as well too that the Flintstone that they do manage to replicate the modern life in prehistoric era, whatnot too, which is quite interesting to
I
say the
think it's
least.
kind
too.
of the premise of it too, isn't it? It's like because the Flintstones is a sitcom that just
a sitcom that mirrors the exact era that it was broadcasted on, that being the 60s.
But here's the thing: it also had a lot of adult humor in there that parents could laugh at too, so they could also enjoy the show.
But nowadays, you've put adult comedy in children's cartoons, you get parents flipping their shit all over.
well, they had adult comedy back in the day too. You know,
Yeah.
there was a lot of jokes that went over kids' heads.
And when they grew up, they rewatched it. Only now they realize what it meant.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes they get really weird, not just in this show, but like a lot of the older shows.
Or basically any cartoon that had any form of adult humor, eh?
I mean, dude, Rocco's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, the Animaniacs, all of that craziness. I mean, come on. Even the Rugrats had some shit in there too. I mean, come on.
Well, you're right on that.
all right. So just a bit of trivia as well, as they said. The Flintstones is seen as a riff on The Honeymooners, a classic American TV show from the 1950s. About two couples.
The Honeymooners.
Yeah, and I think for today, the male character in Honeymooners would regularly threaten to beat up his wife. In the Flintstones,
Wait, what?
Fred would rant and rave, but it was Wilma who would actually beat her husband over the head with a rolling pin.
Oh my goodness! I did not realize that. Holy crap!
So they promote domestic violence. Interesting.
I mean, yeah, in the 50s, you know, it's like, hey there, woman, get back to the kitchen, make me a sandwich.
I mean, for most of it, but at the same time, I mean, it's not. I'd say it's most likely statistically impossible for that to be the entire thing because, well, perfection is a fucking illusion, that's for sure.
It's just kind of mind-boggling to wrap my head around. Like back in the 50s, they would have a show like that where it was a popular and fun show that everyone loved watching, and yet he would threaten to beat his wife repeatedly. What?
Brutal.
Okay. Oh my god! What the hell, man?
That shit just went from 10 to 100 real fast.
Yeah. What the heck?
Actually, no, from 10 to 1,000 or more. Well then, that was. I
That's
never knew
quite the
that.
thing, though. I don't know. Do you guys have high hopes for how this is going to turn out? More adult humor and all that.
More or less. A very big more or less on that one.
Oh, it's hard to say because I really don't know too much about it, except for that fact that the person who's writing it did the whole Cretaceous thing. But there's not really too much to go on, so I don't know. Maybe they'll do it well. I hope.
We'll see how good it goes. If it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, as with all things, though, take it with a grain of salt.
Hell yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I guess some people say they don't have much hope because they were making old stuff into new. So as the trend goes, but hey,
I mean, sometimes recycling old franchise into something new, it may not always work, but there's always a chance that it could work, right?
possibly there is that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's move on to the next item. Then,
Mhm.
okay, PlayStation patents AI to play games for you.
Games for you, not games with you.
So, at this point, just at the title alone, I always thought that watching people stream games was a bit sort of dull. This is literally taking the cake.
I mean, just take the entire cake factory.
Wait, what exactly do they mean by this? Like, you just sit there and watch as your PlayStation plays for you? Is that what's happening?
Precisely.
I mean, you could. I think the goal of this, they hope, is that when you're away doing errands or some other stuff, or at work or whatever, you can get PlayStation to play the games for you.
Wait a
In
minute.
a way,
That sounds like cheating.
yeah, it sure is.
Like, you
cheating.
gotta be there. Yeah, to get all the achievements and stuff. Yeah, you gotta be there. Oh, that's no fun.
It sounds like a. I mean, the only good thing I can see about this AI would be good at is like the really grindy stuff, and even then,
You know what I can see this happening? Or, like, evolving into?
uh,
Someone doing a Let's Play and making money off it, like on Twitch or something, and they're, like, asleep the whole time. Like, they're not even doing anything. They're just trying to play, right? Right? It could totally be abused. Oh, thank you all for the biddies. Yeah, I was sleeping for the last 8 hours. 8-hour grind, guys. Haha. Yeah. So that's one problem I could already see happening.
well, shit. That's definitely gonna happen. That is definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, it might. I don't know. Well, let's see what the article says.
Oh, here we go. Joti.
No.
Yo,
Noble, you want to take this one? Or
Yo, still here. I got the screen share up happening. Okay. So there's pretty much the article. So let's start. Sony Interactive Entertainment have patented AI to monitor how games are played and then play them for users. So basically what it is the artificial AI intelligence character is allowed to play specific parts of the gaming application for the user. For example, the AI character can proceed in automatic mode to complete specific game tasks that are difficult for the user. This AI will monitor how players act, creating a quote-unquote profile.
Profile. So
Yeah.
it basically harvests your data how you play games.
Well, a lot of games do this. You know, it's like a difficulty curve. Like if you're doing really well at the game gets harder to like match your difficulty. So I kind of get like that basic premise.
Or how about not doing any of that? Let me enjoy the damn game, huh? It sounds like it is.
I'm wondering what this actually really does, though.
You know what? If it was a say to let's say let's go nostalgic. If it was to play Quake 2, right? Deathmatch, me and myself and said I would be more inclined to see it in a more positive light. But if it doesn't, then yeah, I can see it being abused in both ways.
Well, I wonder how accurate this actually is, like, to the person it's profiling. For example, like, if there's a game where there's a double jump ability and you use it all the time, and then you come to an obstacle where you don't need to use it, but then the game will play as if it were you and then double jump just because you always do that there. Do you think it's going to learn like that?
Probably so, but in a way, I was also now that you mentioned that, I'm also seeing how two ways how this could go, right? It could also speedrun games like Dream SMP for one, or it could just mess up the game like a game journalist doing Let's Plays.
Oh, dude, there's so much. There is so much to unpack. I get that. I do.
Oh, dude. Okay, do you know what else could go wrong? You know, like those speed competitions, like speed running.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, what if the computer got so good at learning how to speed run and someone claimed it as their own?
Oh man, that's definitely gonna happen.
Ooh.
That is definitely going to happen.
Because I actually like watching Spyro speedruns. Like, those are pretty funny. I like the people that do those. But
The
yeah, like, what if that happens? You know?
I like to watch people getting caught while cheating on speedruns because
Oh,
it's fucking hilarious.
yeah, it's funny. Like when you see like the time change in the corner, or like there's a jump, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. That wasn't possible. How did they?
Yeah, first try, 0 deaths.
Yeah, right. I saw that jump cut. I saw what you did.
Ah,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Okay. There's a couple more things to unpack. Ice Kitsune's got some live comments. Aside, but I wonder what this would be like if they use this for Fortnite and Call of Duty. This would be cheating to the max.
You know that one day, sooner or later, they're all gonna use
Yeah,
they're
but
gonna do a
that's
match, and every player is just gonna be AI, no flesh and blood, all code and digital bullshit.
yeah, but like that's the really creepy thing too. Like, what if you're in a group of friends, like playing, a group online game, and you don't know who's a robot or not? Like, who's the real imposter here, right?
But you know what?
Get it? Ah.
Yeah. But then again, that could be something good too because if you're just playing by yourself, let's say you're antisocial, whatnot too, and want to play with robots and winning,
Hey,
go for it.
here's something interesting. Among Us is gonna come to the PlayStation, and
Amogus.
imagine if they tried to get the AI, to
Ooh,
play
Yeah,
Among Us.
Amogus. Ooh, Jotsus. Ooh, Amogus.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
I hate this bullshit. Oh my god. Oh wait, but then again, I just remembered something as well too. Did you know that way before any of all this got patented, there was already AI that you could play along in death matches and whatnot too? It's called bots.
Oh well, yeah, true. Yeah, there's that.
Yes, but this
I'd rather not be a bot though. I want to actually play and do things.
right,
Though.
and that's where the crux of this is. So just to say, because I think they had a different intent when they made this whole, let the AI play games for you. It's because I think it was their intent, to let struggling players, get past a certain difficult segment, or or the busy gamer who wants his daily tasks done, or
you
whatever.
know, well, just too damn well that this is gonna be abused. This
Yeah.
is definitely gonna be abused, and I know it.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying before about how people could just record it and put it on Twitch and make money off it and be like, "Hey, that's me." And
Or
they don't have to do anything. Yeah, they don't
Or
have to do
sleeping
anything.
too.
Yep, exactly.
This is
I
going to
hear
be
you on
quite
that one.
something.
But yeah, just to cut back to this for a second, Sony's up to a lot of things as well. Other Sony patterns have included added trophies to older and emulated games,
Older
remastering
and really now.
emulation. Yeah, backwards compatibility. Getting retroactive achievements. Remember, Sony added trophy support a bit late, like in 2008 ish or something, and yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they weren't
I
able
don't know
to
how to feel about all
retroactively
this.
trophyify everything.
Do
And
it.
yeah, the other thing is being able to turn any object into a controller, such as a banana.
A banana. Really?
I remember the banana.
Oh,
That was
fucking
funny.
hell. Yep.
Wasn't that the PS3's original controller design?
The
It was
banana?
like, yeah, it was like a silver banana. Like it looked really weird. Or was that Nintendo? I thought it was PlayStation that did that.
It might be probably everyone at some point, too. I'm not sure. Maybe. Just maybe.
To be honest with you, I don't like the actual idea of having these sort of tools available.
Because
It's just going to allow for cheating a little too much.
well, that I
Yeah.
agree. I highly agree on that.
And look, I'm not a competitive gamer or anything. Like, I'm not looking to cheat. Like, I just want to play the game and have fun. And if it's challenging, well, okay, that's part of the game.
I mean,
then.
it's part
Like,
of being a
Get
game,
good.
isn't it? That you
Get good.
Yeah, precisely that. To some degree, you learn how to tackle obstacles. Isn't that like part of the joy of gaming?
exactly. Oh my goodness, man. The first time I found that dragon at the end of Treetops in Spyro 1, let me tell you, I was ecstatic.
Or better yet, do you really want to know something that really gets your gears grinding? Get yourself, the old GTAs. Not I mean, not the 2D ones, but the ones that go 3D, like Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, San
Oh, yeah,
Andreas, even
yeah,
Vice
yeah.
City to some point.
Yeah, PS2.
There are some missions that are definitely gonna grind your gear at some point. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna turn on the AI?
No, I'm going to use the cheats to get myself a freaking minigun. That's what I'm gonna do. And have my car fly. That's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
But that's like part of the game too. It's like weird fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If I could just, I have a tank now. Cool. Let me, like, whatever. Man, I love them cheats. Those are fun.
Oh yes, definitely.
Mm.
Way too darn interesting too.
Yeah. Dude, I loved how like the flying car thing applied to everybody. So like you'll be driving down the road and like you look in the distance, there's like 3 cars just flying over the mountains. You're like, what the shit?
Exactly too.
It's
Especially, oh yeah, especially when you're flying around at high speeds in a car while some badass like 90s and 80s rock they play on the radio station. Now that was the shit for me.
Oh yeah.
Mate.
As a
What
light
was-
gamer, I just don't like the idea of this. It takes away from the challenges.
Experience. Yes.
Mhm.
Right.
If a
And-
computer is going to sit there and play a game for you, it just no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're much
And,
better off
I mean,
watching your YouTube videos in that
Here's the
case.
thing. Here's the thing. In contention as well, like it's been said, the difficulty in level in video games has just been hotly debated, and I think we all know this. Like this is the preferred option for game journalists as well. This whole, let the AI play for you.
But the thing is that the AI, right? It kind of registered their patterns on the game. So I kind of imagine if someone is struggling with the game, probably the AI might be struggling on it too.
I mean, it's the intention of it was to create a profile based on your inputs and so forth.
So you know what it means.
Yeah, and then like how are you going to know if it's really the person playing or if it's not?
Because
Like
it's gonna
if-
be used for cheating a lot. That's for
Good
sure.
question.
Yeah, right. Like someone puts a YouTube video up, they're like, "Oh, this is me completing this in such and such great time," and you're like, "Okay, cool." But like, was it really though? Was it, or are you just trying to get more views? I don't know.
Yes.
Or just milk some viewers for cash or whatnot too.
Yeah, true.
Fucking hell. They just never give up.
Oh yeah. But aside from that, though, me personally, I would never use it though.
Oh, me neither. No way.
The reason to is that I have these things is to play the games, Matty.
Yeah, that's what you're paying for. I mean, come on.
And
If I
even
want to
so,
watch, if I want to just watch something, I'm going to wait till a TV show's made of the game and then sit down and watch it.
you might be disappointed in that case because TV shows on game is extremely inaccurate.
It's as if they what's it called? They wanted to turn the PlayStation 5 into a set-top box.
I mean, Sonic did pretty well. Like, as a TV show. Like, they did really well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sonic and, oh man, if there was an animated Spyro cartoon, oh, if only. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I think it might be woke as anything. Not to mention there was a TV show with Spyro in it.
I know, but I'm saying, like, back in, like, the late 90s, like, when Spyro
Oh, true.
was back in the day, yeah. Like, 90s, maybe early 2000s, there was, like, a Spyro cartoon, him and Alora and the professor are going on little adventures. Hunter pops in, they're shooting orcs, and, man, I don't know. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're not anymore in the early 2000s. We're in the probably the worst time of humanity, I'd say.
I
The
wouldn't
end
say
times.
that.
Yes, we are definitely in the end times.
Not the
We
end times, but the
are
shit
kind of heading
times.
there. I mean, don't get me wrong, we are heading there, but yeah.
Alright,
So-
that was an exaggeration, whatever.
I gotcha. All right, so, but we're gonna dig deep, fork and knife into the main meat of this show now. Sorry, puns.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Oh, it's all good. I bet this is gonna be pretty juicy.
Epicurious sparks backlash after announcing it will no longer publish recipes with beef. I wonder why.
Yeah, me too.
So-
And that's an honest question. Why?
Are they
Why
are they
though?
going to are they going to still allow things like pork, lamb, goat,
Because
seafood,
horse,
chicken, venison.
Are they being meat easyist? Meatsist?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they're being
Yeah, they're
meatsists.
including us. Those vegetarian supremacists.
They
So,
are
do you know
meatists
what's-
against.
So what's going to happen to this site is that when someone wants to look up how to make like a beef stew or something, they're not going to be even on the list anymore.
Yeah, or like a beef Wellington or a hamburger. Like
Or-
why beef? What's the problem?
Or probably you're gonna focus on this Beyond Meat food piracy thing.
I
I'm
bet
sorry,
they
but
have
there's
horse meat on
so
here.
many puns.
Well, at least horse meat now sounds delicious.
All right, so let's have a look. Let's read the main blog post from Epicurious itself. Planet on the
Go
Plate:
on.
Why Epicurious Left Beef Behind. In an effort to encourage more sustainable cooking, we won't be publishing new beef recipes on Epicurious.
You lost me on sustainable, because I can sustain myself on a nice fat steak.
Precisely. And the thing is, get this. Here's the opening line. For any person or publication wanting to envision a more sustainable way to cook, cutting out beef is a worthwhile first step.
No! Oh, and here's another fun fact that they spew upon us. About almost 15% of greenhouse gases globally come from livestock and everything involved in raising it. And 61% of those emissions are linked to beef? Hold on a second now. Are they saying that 10% of all global emissions are because of cows? Like cow farts? Or are just all the agriculture?
Yeah, this
that
one's
goes
really
into
making
raising
me think, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a little. I don't know if I even believe those numbers too, but
I
okay,
mean,
that's
I don't
what
know.
they're
Like,
saying.
It's
so.
gonna take a math whiz to figure this one out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, 61% of 15 is about 10.
Yeah, probably so.
But why cows though? Why not horses? Because horses eat a lot of grass too.
Right.
No, definitely
get
too.
this. Oh,
Sheep too. Sheep too.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Definitely. All right, get this. Back on the blog post, we know that some people might assume that this decision signals some sort of vendetta against cows or the people who eat them. But this decision was not made because we hate hamburgers.
Mm-hmm.
Instead,
Lies.
our shift is solely about sustainability, about not giving airtime
Uh-huh.
to one of the world's worst climate offenders. We think of this decision not anti-beef, but rather pro-planet.
Okay, you heard it here first, guys. Cows are climate offenders. So, yeah. Jesus. What? How is this pro-planet? Come on.
Oh yeah, I mean, people do a lot of say climate. I mean, the Welsh do a lot of climate benefits by shagging sheep.
God.
But
just-
okay, so what exact? How does how do they plan that them not having beef in any of their recipes anymore? How is that going to be pro-planet? What does how is this helping?
I don't know. Like, people are still gonna get access to meat recipes no matter what they do. You know
Yeah, and I
that.
guess and then less people are going to use Epicurious if they want to know how to make a beef stew.
Hey,
So-
no. You know what? I'm just want to say this. Return to first principles. Reject modernity. Embrace monkey. People are gonna go back to the ways of how we first learned how cooking meat on the open fire.
Yeah, but we have to wait for a lightning storm to happen. So half the forest can burn down. We can utilize the fire.
And you know what's even the best part too? I just got myself prepared, finishing myself a beef burrito. It smells so good.
Nice.
And the best
Very
part
nice.
is, and even better too, as I'm preparing myself 3 burger patties because fuck you, I'll eat what I
Oh.
want.
That sounds like a good idea, man. I actually have some frozen chop meat in
Hell
my
yeah, let's
freezer.
go eat them, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a burrito too. I got the cheese for it. I got some wraps. Hell yeah.
Got the beef too, right? It's gonna be so good too. Fuck, dude, it's gonna be delicious.
Yeah, I guess we're
Mm.
yeah. Sorry,
Fuck
man,
you.
but it sounds like we're climate offenders now.
I'll
Yeah,
give a
we're
fuck.
we're not pro-planet, man. I don't know.
Like I give a fuck.
We're just as bad as the cows. Shame on them.
No.
Shame on them for
Like,
being
shame-
alive.
Blame the cows for causing this.
Yeah,
mess. Why are you
Yep.
such climate offenders?
Mm.
exactly.
Cow privilege.
Delicious beef burrito, so good.
All right, here's a couple of interesting things as well. Dutch dog. 60% of farts come from vegans.
Oh. Next, they're eating all that broccoli and those what cauliflower causes that a lot.
Nah,
The beans.
They're just eating
Yeah.
pure grass. They're just eating pure grass.
Ah, I see. Wow, it all makes sense now. They're actually no. You know what? Never mind. It doesn't make sense. Nothing about this makes sense. I thought I had a point, but I don't have a point.
Right. Yada yada yada, and something. Of course, when it comes to the planet, let's continue reading. Of course, when it comes to the planet, eschewing beef is not a silver bullet. All ruminant animals like sheep and goats have significant environmental costs, and there are problems with chicken, seafood, soy, and almost every other ingredient in a food system so broken, almost no choice is perfect.
Wait, they said there's a problem with soy? I thought they liked their soy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
which
what?
is-
I'm thinking it probably costs like a lot of water, maybe, to grow it. That's probably it. But
probably.
they love their damn soy, though. I don't know why that's on there with the climate offenders like cows. God forbid.
But yeah,
Man, this was some delicious burrito just finished. I'm gonna have me some burgers next.
let's let's continue on. Like, just I think like to get to the whole meat of the motive. Let's see. On their blog post, they say addressing climate change requires legislation, blah 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 blah, and buy-ins from the corporate sector. Individual actions like choosing alternative meat, mushrooms or chickpeas instead of a real thing.
Beyond Meat food piracy.
Yeah, something. They say, but every time you abstain from beef for the grocery store or restaurant, you're sending a signal to the grocery store, yes, but also, also and perhaps more influentially to whoever you talk about your
What
decision.
the hell? You're sending a signal? They think not having a hamburger for dinner is like being an activist? Are you kidding me? That's so petty. And this is something that the blue check marks on Twitter will virtue signal about. Today, I abstained from beef. Day 64.
Day 64. Since
So
I
brave.
abstained from beef. Oh,
So stunning
so
and brave.
So noble too.
Yes, I'll take the
boy.
challenge too. Yeah,
Today,
retweet guys.
Yeah.
You couldn't even buy from the corporate sector
Today,
too.
I told my local Macca's I won't be having a beef hamburger.
That's right. You
Oh,
tell
yeah.
him.
Oh, you tell him.
What an
I have to wonder
inspiration.
if these are the same people who would hold a funeral service for a chicken just so they could get free chicken.
I mean, they're just gonna, steal, chicken as well too from farms and whatnot too, and say like, oh, they make up stories about chicken being this or chicken being that, and abusing this way or abusing that way and whatnot.
Wait a second,
I mean,
guys.
come to fucking on.
Did you see that they actually did something like that for a turkey on Thanksgiving? I think we might have spoken about this like way back in the day, maybe like over a year ago, probably, where like some PETA people, or maybe they weren't PETA, there were some animal rights activists, some vegan eco-terrorists. So they go into a supermarket, they buy a frozen turkey, put it in a cardboard box as like a coffin, and parade around like it's a funeral ceremony. The fuck?
Yeah.
And even the fact that PETA grilled the dog like some time ago, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. Well, I mean, it wasn't a real dog, but they made it look
You get
like
the
it was.
point. Like,
Yeah, they're crazy.
you get the point.
They would have a funeral for a turkey, and I'd be like, wow.
Indeed. Jesus.
That's not going to make me not like turkey any less, because turkey's really good.
Not only that too, but I mean, there's like a whole story of these guys committing some form of crime on other people's property, like stealing their livestock and saying about, oh, saving this from abuse and this and that, and posting their crime on Twitter and then getting prosecuted about it. And then they were crying because they're doing they were fighting for a better world, and oh, they're brainwashing this and that and blah blah blah.
Well, are PETA involved in Epicurious?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Seems like something they would be, but I don't know.
Regardless, though, a couple of interesting live comments.
Mm-hmm.
Zavtal. Can't wait to eat bugs, though. Fair point. I don't know if Epicurious is going to start publishing recipes for insects, like our globalist overlords so love to.
Right? They would probably love to eat some fried cockroaches.
Yeah, well, they have the excuse of, it's a delicacy, it's so rare and amazing.
Yeah,
no,
like
bitch,
steamed
it's
maggots.
not. The reason it's a delicacy is because it's the only food in some of these poor countries that people, the only thing they had, like, oh, maggots? Okay, let's fry those up. That's all we have to eat today. And then it became a staple in their meals. Like, yeah, that's what happens.
Damn right, though.
I mean, to be honest, though, I have eaten some bugs before. Like, when I was at Ripley's, believe it or not. They have, like, those little mealworms, like, cheddar flavored. Those are good.
I mean, don't know
But
what to think, though.
I only ate it for the novelty, though. I'm not eating it every day. I'm not
Like-
some savage.
I mean, we could argue, fried crickets or whatever. But
Yeah, well, chocolate-covered ants are pretty good. I actually once had a lollipop that I also got from Ripley's, believe it or not, that had a scorpion inside of it. It was cool. It looked like amber. It's pretty crazy. But I prefer my steak, though.
Oh,
You know what's even
definitely.
fun as well too? I remember, like a long time ago, I actually, keep in mind, this was when I was a dumb kid. I ate a bit of tree sap, and for a small part of my life, I just kept eating tree sap because for some reason it was tasteless, but my mind said it was delicious. So, okay, I need
Well,
some clinical help.
no, that actually makes perfect sense. Especially because you're in
Oh,
the land up north. Tree
You
sap.
could.
There are certain trees
oh,
that
I
make
mean,
syrup.
but I
It's
mean,
sugar.
like, but
Are
it's
you sure
not. But it wasn't a
you're there
sugar.
in another life?
Huh? Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, but that was like another time, whatnot too. And keep in mind, this is when I was in the U.S. in the very early 2000s, whatnot too. And it
Oh, okay.
wasn't a maple tree. I mean, it was like thick as
Okay.
honey, but it didn't taste like honey at all. And I still remember it after all these years. But now in Canada, now it makes a perfect sense. Some
Yeah, it
delicious
does.
maple.
Yeah, man, that's like pure molasses. It's delicious.
Oh, you should see the things we do out of maple. We make maple butter, maple candy, a lot of delicious things you would kill to have it.
Ooh, yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I've been to Canada once.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I went to Canada once and I had some like legit maple syrup, and wow, it
It
is
was
magic.
amazing. I
It's
must say.
damn.
Me too.
It's magical, right?
Me too. Yeah, I agree. So, to round this all off, what do you guys think? I personally am going to support our local farmers and sustainable farming and eat more meat, eat more chicken, eat more
Eat
lamb,
chicken, beef,
eat more
whatever,
pork.
pork.
That's right.
Yeah.
Me too, man. I'm gonna continue to enjoy my protein.
And milk as well too, and these people lose
Damn
it when
right.
you drink milk. They think it's white supremacy and whatnot too, but
I mean, steak can get kind of expensive, so I don't eat it like all the time. But
I
I
hear
eat
you.
like eggs and fish basically every day. I mean, yesterday I had a ham wrap. Not that anyone
mm-hmm.
cares, but whatever. But yeah,
Also,
so
yeah, and
Yeah, yesterday I
also,
had chicken fried rice.
I'm going to
mm-hmm.
keep
nice.
eating the meat the way I have been anyway, which is go to the butcher once a month, buy like $70 to $80 worth of meat, take it home, pack it up, and then just eat it slowly over the next month.
Correct.
Yeah, put it in the freezer, wrap it up a little bit. Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do anything special just because some group decided to go, eating beef. It's like,
Well, the
yeah,
fact that they're specifically targeting beef, which it's very strange to me. Like, I don't know who they're trying to appease or like try to virtue signal to, but it's weird. Like, they're just gonna lose clientele. Like, I'm not gonna go
It's
to their
just a
website to look for
massive.
anything anymore.
It's
if I
just a
stopped,
massive waste of time.
if I stopped eating beef, I'd probably become one of those re-reads on Telegram or whatever. No, not Telegram.
Or you know what? I mean,
Tumblr, right?
Twitter.
Oh yeah, man. I'm never
you
gonna stop eating
probably
beef.
you probably look like one of those like the fashion walkway. In the models, some of them look like a pack of cigarettes because they're so thin.
Oh no.
You can see their bones.
Nah, man. I love a good filet mignon. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm never gonna give up steak. That's impossible.
Oh
Me
yes, and
neither.
that
I
beef
don't have steak often, but same story.
and that beef burrito I just had was just so goddamn good. I'm about to make myself some burgers in a bit.
Hell yeah.
Nice. All right. All right. So now we move on to the last item of the show.
Which is
Disney
oh
is closing down
fuck
60
me.
stores across the United States and Canada.
Now, that title is misleading. It says it's closing 60 stores across the US and Canada. However, Disney is closing every single store in all of Canada.
Correct.
That is kind of absolutely bonkers. I never thought they would even do that. Especially because, like, last year, with the whole pandemic, they didn't have their cruise lines. They didn't have their amusement parks. Hell, they barely had their movies, too. So the only thing they could really bank on is a Disney store. And Disney Plus. They're really doing that, too. Online streaming and stuff.
Yeah, but that's one thing I don't understand. Are they intentionally trying to kill off your own business or what?
No, they're trying to save it.
Save
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I think they are. Because I'm not sure if, like, the revenue that they're getting from having their real estate out there in different countries is actually providing enough income for them to be viable sources. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the cruise lines, they make millions off that every year. like tens of millions. Like it's absolutely nuts. But with their stores, considering that they're not really essential, I think a lot of the Disney stores actually got closed down
Unfortunately,
all
so.
over the place. Yeah, so it's really not viable for them to keep on renting the space if no one can physically go to their stores. Now, I think they can now in certain parts. It's opening up, but right now, they
Up
lost so
here,
much money
not
with their
quite. Yeah,
stores.
But there's still hope.
right. Like, so this says, let's read.
Yeah.
While Disney may be dialing down their physical presence, they're directing their efforts towards online shopping, which took off during the pandemic. They're looking to expand Shop Disney, the company's online store, and integrate it with Disney's theme park apps and social media platforms. Plus, you can still buy Mickey merch at theme park stores, the theme park third-party retailers, and Disney shop-in shops. You might also be able to find a Disney mini store at Target. They opened 25 of them in 2019.
Well, it's not like they're core characters. Disney's been milking them recently in any sort of major way with movies or whatever.
Then again, I mean, if I'm to be honest, I think I much prefer the Disney from the past, because from the time as well too, they weren't too shy to be edgy and whatnot too, and that was a good thing. In fact, that was a very good thing.
Yeah, but when was the last time a Fantasia movie was released? I mean, not a redo of it. I'm talking like a fresh one, brand new.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
from
like
the
an
one from the year
actual-
2000.
Yeah, right. Like it gets dark. It gets interesting
20
and a little creepy sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, Fantasia 2000. That was 20 years ago.
Wow.
I've
21 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 21.
Yeah,
Creepy, man. Oh, I hate to think about it. I
It's,
remember when that movie came out too.
it's funny thing is well too, that I've been waiting at least over 2 decades for nothing, for fucking nothing.
Well, I've never actually seen a Disney store in the wild, ever.
You should for one you should.
I've been to the mall and stuff, and there's like a few malls around like where I live. I've been to like 3 of them. I've never seen an actual Disney store before, so I guess maybe they're not that profitable. I mean, I can't imagine they wouldn't be, but I've just never seen one.
Mm-hmm.
Like anywhere except for like inside the amusement parks. Like not even in a Target. I don't know what the hell they're talking about with Target. Like there's no Disney stores in Target. At least not by me. I've never seen one there either. Like that's
There could be
weird.
Disney products in Target, but not
Well,
Disney
yeah.
stores in Targets.
Yeah, but they were talking about like actual stores. You know how like sometimes in Walmart they have like a little Starbucks in the back corner or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But in Target, no, I've never seen a Disney store. I've never seen a Disney store ever. So maybe it is a good tactic that they're using to try to save their business. But man, they've lost so much money. Like bonkers
hell, they
amounts
sure
of
did.
money they've lost. It's really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look at the big picture too. How much are they losing out on? Star Wars as well.
Oh yeah.
Marvel.
Because they've pandered to political correctness on a shithole called Twitter.
Yeah,
And what about-
what are the state of the theme parks too?
Right, and what about the cruise lines too? 'Cause they have at least, I believe they had 4 cruise lines. They would make bank off that. I've been on a Disney cruise once. It was crazy. I went to the Bahamas,
Soon to be had.
Yeah, but now we have a whole year and a half of no cruises, and all those people, all those do you know how expensive each one ship is? Holy crap!
Yeah.
All the maintenance and stuff. Yeah, they lost a lot of money this year.
Sooner or later, it's going to be coming out that creepypasta abandoned by Disney, right?
Oh, maybe.
Can you imagine if some people on YouTube started going around abandoned Disney World theme parks, exploring what it looks like after it's been touched for like a decade?
Yeah.
You know what's even funny too? I'm even surprised too that Disney didn't use the corporate tactics to even, probably demolish the place too, because it's using Disney images that's not Disney anymore, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so. Right now, it seems like they're more concerned about diverting things towards online, and not just online shopping, but online streaming as well. Like they're really focusing on Disney Plus.
They
So
should
they
focus on
jumped on
the
the ball with
physical
that.
too. They should be focusing on the digital too.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, on the physical. Fuck's sake, on the physical.
yeah,
You don't need
yeah.
any more digital as it is. For fuck's sake.
I know what you meant. Yeah, they really should. But here's the thing: like, there are still a lot of states out there, or a lot of countries even right now, that have Disney parks that are not able to be open. Hell, there's like India right now. Like, there's a travel restriction that the United States just imposed on India. So there's nothing going on over there.
So the
Yeah,
entire world
I
just
hear
falling
you.
apart, huh?
I mean, yeah, it kind of did
Okay,
last
let's
year.
get back to Disney.
Yes, Disney. Right, exactly.
So in that case, though, and again, with all of these things, they're really suffering. And you're right. Like people, yeah, and then now people have had a lot of mixed opinions on how the theme parks are going too. That's contributing to it.
Yeah, and this is something that's been going on for quite some time. Again, ever since the pandemic really started, that Disney had to shut down. And they remember, I think they tried to reopen back in Florida for like 2 weeks, and then didn't they
Right.
close down again?
Um, Kinda. And then
After that,
and
then they
now
reopened.
and now they've had to put a couple of heavy mandates to try and keep the business afloat.
Yeah, yeah,
Masks and so forth.
that's a shame. Yeah, there was even some rumors about, like, if you don't wear your mask as you're on a ride, like if you get your picture taken on a roller coaster, they're not going to sell you the picture because it looks bad on Disney's part, or some. Yeah, it's lame.
Sure does. Sure does.
I mean, I get it, but like, come on, man.
Yeah, where's the magic in the theme parks? Hey,
There is
Exactly.
no magic.
Exactly. Where is the magic? You can't get sick in Disneyland. It's
The
it's
woke
just
people turned around, grabbed hold, and they pulled it away.
now
oh,
there was something
Oh, yeah.
I want to bring this up too. I went. You could say that I went to a theme park at least 2 months. Well, 3 months ago. Well, yeah, 2 months ago. A kind of a theme park, but rather it was and only the staff were wearing masks ish. And yeah, none of the attendees had to wear masks. They limited attendance, sure, but none of our attendees had to wear masks, and I was with my family. Everything was fine.
especially because like you're outside in the fresh air. Like, what is a mask gonna do? Especially like if
Yeah.
you're not even sick. It's just silly.
It sure is silly. Way
So
more
what,
than it should be.
what else was in the article, out of curiosity, Jolt?
Actually, not an awful lot else. Like, you were right. The one thing though, that one was a misnomer, and all of the stores in Canada were closing down. Will be closing
Yeah,
down.
that's insane to me. An entire country that they're
Ooh.
getting out of. That's really crazy. For Disney, like the the juggernaut that Disney is. My
Yeah.
goodness.
All right.
I can't believe they would even risk that. That's at least keep one store in like Toronto or something.
Yeah.
Or
the big
Montreal.
seller ones.
Yeah.
Edmonton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, look at that. I'd say here we are. Reach it though. Like, you think you got much hope for Disney? Don't know. The way they're going.
I honestly would like to see them have to sell off Star Wars and Marvel and a couple of the other franchises they've decided to take and, well, bend over and shove the stick up.
Well, I think one of their biggest mistakes was buying Fox. That was a major deal. I bet that was, oh god, they lost so much money on that deal too. I mean, yeah, they got Family Guy, but Family Guy's dying, so.
Family
Oh,
Guy, American Dad, all that have been around for way too long.
And The Simpsons. Wait, yeah, Family Guy's on Fox, right?
The Simpsons are basically
The
just
Simpsons are.
zombie arms sticking up out of the ground.
Yeah, but
They've
then
lost
they
relevance.
got all those properties too.
Anyway,
Mhm.
sorry, here's an interest. Yeah, I'd say I'd agree with you guys. So, I think that's about it for the week. What do you guys think about our site?
Yeah.
Gil,
pretty
you
correct.
want to start?
Yeah, certainly. I'm just getting some more cheeseburgers all too, because I love meat and I'm never gonna give it up.
Yeah, you damn right. You damn
And then,
right, buddy.
if I was to give up meat, then I'll become a cannibal.
Well,
All right.
technically, if you did, then you wouldn't be giving up meat, now would you?
No, that's the point.
Okay, all right.
So what
You
do you
and me
think about
both.
this cycle?
Actually, it fits pretty goddamn well in the decade that is 2020 because it's just a long, long ride through hell in so many ways that we just cannot escape it. There's just no escaping no matter what, too, and we're all stuck with it. Oh, Boxcar, the Husky says, cannibal for the win.
There we go.
Hannibal Lecter.
Don't get me started about that. The actor who portrays him. I absolutely love some of the shit he's pulled.
You
right.
and me both, to be honest.
All
Let me
right,
get another
Noble.
bite of my hamburger.
I just, after what I've seen in the last 4 years regarding the whole sort of Twitter and social justice, this doesn't surprise me. It's just going until someone's going to end up doing something horribly, horribly stupid. I can't wait for that to happen, and then people just, I can't wait for that to happen.
I just can't wait for the social justice movement to die off as it should.
All right.
Last of all, Evira.
Just a few things. Number one, eat your meat. It's good for you. Number
Yes.
two, do not let AI replace us
Especially
when
in
it comes to
games.
playing games. Yeah, exactly. And I just want to give a shout out to Noble. Thank you so much for helping me the past couple weeks. Without Jolt
You're
here.
welcome.
Great job, man. We fucking killed it.
I know. I love what you guys have been doing. I managed to find the time to listen to it, and I was super happy.
All right, and
Means-
I guess.
yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, that's all I gotta say for that. Hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time.
As ever, and
Laters.
of course,
Hope you guys have a good one, and I hope to see you next time. And until then,
Wait. Jill didn't do the outro.
All right. Once again, you guys have taken my job from me. But anyway, I just wanted to say, as always, our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and we're definitely looking more at expanding further down the line. You guys, this is why I'm non-essential on the show.
Oh, you're the best squirrel. Come on now.
Because I could just hand over you guys all that stuff and just slap it on, and you guys will take care of it for me. I digress. Because I really trust you guys a lot. But anyway, that's that. So this is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and until next time.
and until then,
Good night.
Bye.
have a good one.